Welcome everybody, welcome to the land down under, and I'm so excited to be back. So much is going on, of course. Just a couple of clarifications before I start. I have such well-informed, wonderful viewers, and it was pointed out to me when I talked about Tim Nolan. He's the Tea Party Republican judge who was Trump's campaign chairman. That was in Kentucky, not at a national level. Kentucky, the Republican heartland. So thanks for pointing that out. And I'd just like to say that Trump, who got in talking about the forgotten people of America, should now add to the list those who are sold into the sex trade by Republican judges. They're the ones who have been forgotten. Donald. Okay. The second thing is the video I did on Prince Harry and Meghan. Prince Harry is third in line to the throne now. He will be displaced when Will and Kate's children come of age. So unless there's an unfortunate plane crash in the meantime or something, then he drops to number 6. But he is, until they come of age, I think still third in line. Okay, now the third thing is I finally got it together to put a donate button on each video. And as a casual academic, I only get paid 8 months of the year. So if you wish to support me, I'd be really grateful. I don't want to put ads on this channel, you know, those skip ad things. I don't want to go down the Patreon route. So if you can afford it, I'd really appreciate a little donation. If you can't, I'm happy to have you here. I've watched a lot of free YouTubes. So just keep that in mind, and you can just go to my PayPal through that link. Okay, now I have a confession. Wow. Yes, the confession is I am a total sports pig. Not all academics are sports pigs, but I certainly am. And in Australia I follow rugby league and rugby union. That's gridiron without the padding and without the helmets, guys. You know, we look at gridiron and go, are these guys for real? So we play it, including the women, without padding and no helmets. And I love it, and I love lots of sport. So because of that, many years ago, I got Foxtel. And because I'm a sociologist, I thought it's important not to get stuck in your echo chambers of people who think and care deeply about issues. And I make myself read trash newspapers as well as international journals and things. And I occasionally make myself watch Fox News because you've got to see what 2 million people are watching. So when I first got Foxtel, there was Sean Hannity. I couldn't believe this guy. You know, where did they find Sean Hannity? And he's still there after all this time. And someone, I think it was in a Vanity Fair article or something, described Sean as Trump's unpaid courtesan, and I love that. And we know Fox News is the Trump channel, but Hannity has a particular way about him of blindly defending the extraordinary president. And so I thought I'm just going to do a quick reading on Hannity. Okay, it's just going to be a 10-carder. So, Sean Hannity, strange guy. Strange guy. I mean, things have got so grim and so peculiar that even some of the Fox commentators are beginning to let in the odd criticism. Not Sean, mate, he's there till the end. Okay, so what's happening for Sean Hannity? This will be a past, present, future reading for Sean. Okay. Interesting. I haven't changed my technique, and yet I'm starting to get some reversals of cards. Very interesting, Sean. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, the very first card, his signifying card, is the Apprentice card. Stop giggling. Yeah, it is the Apprentice card reversed. So in the case of Sean Hannity, I'll show you right way up because it's easier to get the imagery. This is a hard-working young apprentice, but he was apprenticed in such a way that he took in a great deal of negativity from whoever trained him first in the early days. Remember, he's not a journalist, he says this himself, he's a commentator. So the Apprentice card upside down. Very odd. I've never seen it before, actually. Okay. Now, in his past, and in this sort of context, we're talking recent past. So I'll just call it as, say, the last year or two to just get a general feel, but it could be a few weeks ago, but we'll see. So from the beginning, he was prepared to throw a lot of barbs, and he received a lot of barbs, I'd say more from within the industry. Those who choose to watch Fox News sort of expect what he's got to say. So I don't think it was that he got flack from viewers, maybe from other commentators who were trying to be more grown up or more fair and balanced at the time or something. But he shot a lot of arrows and got a lot of arrows. The quid pro quo card in his recent past. So this was the beginning of deals being made for Sean Hannity. Excuse me a moment, I've just got to have a gulp of coffee. My throat's a bit dry. So, Pentacles card, money, the condescending figure, dishing out to the poor. I don't know what his background is, but I think he might be one of those working class guys who thinks he's made it. And so he feels that his way to give back is tell them the truth. You know, I'll feed them crumbs. What I feel from Sean Hannity, this isn't me as a reader now, this is just what I've observed over the years. He believes this shit, right? He sincerely believes it. He's not like Judge Janine. She's another kettle of fish. Should do a reading on her. He believes it. So he believes he is giving poor people who aren't as enlightened as he is the truth. Right? And he gets support from them. That's the quid pro quo. They're the ones who constitute his audience. White men over 50. In his recent past, this could refer to his love life. I don't know what the story is with Sean Hannity, and it could be personal pain and swords, but it's his work reading. So I think as he's become more unreasonable and nuttier, he has received more flack. Remember, I was suggesting here he was getting a bit of flack, because if you look at his footage from much further back, he had an almost clown-like quality, but there was a sincerity there, and people responded to the sincerity. And I think now some of the others, like Shep Smith and some, not Tucker Carlson, but Shep Smith and some of the others who do think at all, are kind of embarrassed by him, and I think he's a bit hurt by that. I think he might be a bit hurt by Roger Ailes, who always preferred someone in a skirt, but that might be projection on my part. In any event, 3 swords, so 3 people in particular, he felt stabbed him in the heart. He thought more of them and they disappointed him, or they betrayed him in some way in his worldview. In the current card, the current column, sorry, the Ace of Swords, this is him, the truth seeker. He truly believes it. You know, he's fighting for this. But as I pointed out before, the crown on the sword and the reeves are starting to wilt. In some other decks, the Ace of Swords is a really radiant card. I've always felt with the Rider-Waite deck, it's more ambivalent. It's usually a good card when people get it in a personal reading to some extent, but even then they've got to be careful that they're not sort of peaking and coming down the other side somehow. Got to check out the greenery and the stormy clouds in the hand of God figure. So in his current column, he's out there, he thinks, the last bastion of Americana, you know, truth, justice and the American way, 1956. Okay, his middle card, his central card. So the Upside Down Apprentice is his signifier, but this is central to his readings right now. This is a slightly dejected figure, or a slightly worried figure, and he does look worried, and he should. I think the world's changed and he hasn't really quite kept up, is part of the problem. He's been made an offer, but he doesn't like the offer. Remember, in cups are emotion, imagination, intuition. He's not big on imagination, he has no imagination. But emotionally, given that he was wounded quite severely, he's a bit dejected now. Going to move on to the third card in his current row, the High Priestess. Sorry, Sean, I don't think things are going to get better. Like, will he keep his job? I don't know. Probably, as long as Fox News is there. He'd be hugely missed by the right-wing guys who love Sean Hannity. He pitches it at their level, and it's completely unreasonable, but that's all right. He tells it like it is. However, this is a card that holds a lot of deception as well, and hidden knowledge. So this could be some more dirt coming out. It could be dirt on Sean Hannity, although he doesn't seem to attract that sort of scandal as much as the others, certainly not as much as his original boss Roger Ailes, but it could be dirt on Sean, or it could be more dirt on Fox. And because he's so closely identified with Fox, which I refuse to call Fox News, it's Fox Entertainment, because he's so closely identified, I think he'd be devastated again. But the problem he's got is this: the devil. He got into bed with the devil. That would be hard to pick which one is the devil. It could be Fox News itself, but I think it's Trump. In the context of this reading, I think this is Hannity and Fox in the service of the devil. So if it all turns to shit, he has egg on his face in a way that will be unparalleled in terms of rubbish news, right? He is the ultimate spokesman. So this is in his short-term future. This card could be the Cortesan card in many ways. I love that term. So he's got very well paid for what he does. He's got social rewards for what he's done. He has a degree of power and influence way above what could have been dreamt of really when he was a young man. He's got a global profile, for better or for worse, regardless of what I might think of Sean Hannity. He has power, but it is in the service of the devil, which is a slight drawback, I would point out, Sean. His outcome card, which twins with that, the King of Pentacles. So this is the greedy guy's card. is this Sean Hannity? If I was doing some sort of reading for him and I'd seen him less often, I think, oh God, this guy's just driven by money. I don't think he is. I think he's a deer in the headlights. I think he has been totally used by Fox in a way that innocence, he's a very naive guy. His innocence is being, I think this is a different person. I think this is like the board of Fox. This could be Rupert Murdoch. So could the devil. And the more I think about it, the more I think it is. I think it's Murdoch using Sean Hannity. So if you look at it up until now, he was happy to do the slings and arrows. He was happy to talk to the base, but he felt betrayed and hard done by. He's still battling on, but he's confused. And what this is pointing to is being used. The upside down apprentice. Oh, I almost feel sorry for him, but not quite. Okay then, everybody. That's enough time on Sean Hannity. We'll move to other things. See you soon. Don't forget the thumbs up. Bye now.